Now, in the wake of the governor's mask mandate, we're talking to doctors about some of the concerns that parents have. News 12 New Jersey's Naomi Yane is trying to separate fact from fiction tonight. Naomi?
News 12 New Jersey viewers have been sounding off since the governor announced earlier that mask mandate, including kids from as young as kindergarten to high school seniors having to wear masks throughout the school day. We talked with healthcare professionals to find out what's what.
All students, educators, staff, and visitors will be required to wear masks inside of school buildings, regardless of vaccination status.
Governor Murphy announcing today that New Jersey will be following guidance from the Centers for Disease Control and the American Academy of Pediatricians and require masks for students, staff, and visitors be worn when schools reopen for in-person instruction this fall. Parents and guardians have been outspoken about their concerns of children being asked to mask up throughout the school day. One of those concerns were the psychological impact this could possibly have. And for the answer to that, we tapped Dr. Joe Galasso, a clinical psychologist at Baker Street Behavioral Health.
Just the act of asking our children to mask up for school will not inherently mess our kids up psychologically. That is a myth.
Dr. Galasso talked about the resiliency in children and the need for structure and ways to tackle the conversation about mask wearing with kids so they're not confused.
The confusion is what causes the anxiety. I'm being told I need to do this, and then I'm being told not to do this.
Dr. Galasso says at his practice, the biggest concerns from young people is the social aspect of the pandemic or lack thereof. Another recurring topic of discussion was, will mask wearing have long-term or short-term negative effects on children? And for that, we talked with Dr. Samson Davis, an ER physician.
There's no evidence that I know of that's been shown that wearing a face mask of any sort is going to cause any sort of long-term impact on lung tissue or cause some sort of side effects on lung tissue. If anything, it's going to protect that youth, teachers alike, from respiratory droplets that lead to contracting coronavirus.
And today, the New Jersey Education Association put out a statement in support of the governor's decision, saying in part, it is the prudent, responsible course of action in the face of the resurgence of COVID-19 across the state. And this year, parents won't have the option to opt out of in-person learning like they did with this last school year. Kurt.
Naomi, any exceptions to the mask mandate for back to school?
So the exceptions will be the same as they were for the last school year. So if you've got a documented medical condition, you're for the most part exempt. If students are doing high-intensity activities like in gym or sports activities, those are all reasons why they would be exempt. And also if they're having trouble and noticeable trouble breathing.